All right. Peace to much. Well, I almost had a little spittle come out. Peace and much wellness, family. I hope that y'all are well and happy and whole and all that good stuff. I hope that everybody is thriving and enjoying your summer solstice. Happy summer solstice to y'all. Okay, the energy and the vibration is very, very high today. It's very high. And the intention of this video is to really unpack the energy of this summer solstice. What does this mean? What can we do with this energy? How can we utilize this energy for our wellness? What is summer solstice? So, what I'm going to do is explain and break down the meaning of summer solstice. I'm going to discuss how this particular summer solstice will impact our energy or may potentially impact your energy, as well as identify some things that we can do for our wellness. Okay, so let's get right into it, y'all. I gotta set my vibe now, as I usually say, but I really mean it this time. I really mean it this time. And just so y'all know, this is a mango coconut. This is a mango coconut incense. Okay, let's get into it. Very summer energy. Okay, but this is the thing. I really, you know, won't be able to be before y'all long today. Okay, I've been going since 6 o'clock this morning, and I got consultations at 2. I have not eaten a single thing, not a morsel of food, and my food is in the oven. Okay, so we gonna get through this. I'm gonna share with y'all, and my intention is to really share with y'all so that y'all can have the opportunity to utilize this energy while the sun is still up and do what you have to do while the sun is still up. Okay, family. So I have my notes here as usual. If you are in the wellness community, there is no need for you to specifically take notes. Okay, if you're in the wellness community. If you're not in the wellness community, you may want to go ahead and take some notes. But wellness community, the notes will be dropped for y'all immediately after this video is over. Oh, thank y'all. Y'all see. Thank y'all. I wanted to try something a little different. And I wanted to be dramatic. Okay. Sis said, you want to go longer, you want to go short. I said, if I'm going to do it, I want to do it ridiculous. Okay. I want to do it big. Okay. So, yes. I just have to get used to it, y'all. You know, this is my first time doing real lashes. Okay. But yes, thank y'all. I appreciate you. And I hope that everybody is well. Wellness community, I see y'all in here with y'all butterflies in the sky. Okay. We giving flutter, butterfly. Okay. But yes, y'all, let's get into it. So today is summer solstice, right? And essentially what summer solstice day is, it is the longest day of the year. So starting from today moving forward, we will have longer days and shorter nights. Okay, so it's just more time for us to be able to dwell in this beautiful, amazing sun energy. And now the earth is moving toward the sun, right? Which is a beautiful thing. It's turning toward the sun, which is a beautiful thing, because that means that we are receiving even more abundance and blessings from that divine alignment energy. Okay. And I need y'all to understand the value of the sun. The sun is our divine source. The sun is our connection with the highest source, also our connection with our Ori, our higher self. So when you think of the sun, think of divinity. That's what sun energy is. It's our connection with the divine. It's the divine energy, right? So I need y'all to be mindful that this is a time where a lot of us will be more in tune with our higher self, more in tune with our authentic self, right? Not moving from a space of like ego and things like that, but really understanding our intuition and increasing our intuition and our connection to the higher supreme source of supreme energy by whatever name you may call it. Whatever name you may call it, but the higher source, the higher supreme energy. Okay, so that energy is very heavy, very easily accessible right now. Okay, a lot more I don't like using the term the veil is thin, but a lot more the veil is thin energy. Well, it'll be easier for you to tap into spirit and communicate with spirit. It'll be easier for you to manifest during this time. And what's also really important to understand is that the sun is the ruler of Leo, right? It's important to understand that. And I'm about to help you connect these dots. The sun is the ruler of Leo. The sun is also in Cancer. So the thing about it is Cancer energy, Cancer is they're a water sign, right? So Cancer is very much go with the flow. Cancer is very emotion heavy. Cancer is ruled by the moon. So right now it's summer solstice. Our sun is in Cancer. The sun rules Leo and Cancer is ruled by the moon. So there is a lot of balance right now between emotion and divine energy. There's a lot of balance right now between emotion and that all-knowing source. So right now, the energy that you can expect during this time is a lot of healing, a lot of emotional healing, a lot of focus on emotional wellness and things like that. I need y'all to be mindful of that, okay, family? And another thing I need you to be mindful of is understanding that your emotions right now will be a direct reflection of your inner child wounds. Okay, so if you find some uncomfortable emotions coming up, some things that don't really feel right, don't really sound quite right to you, some things that are kind of like hitting you in ways that you may not be used to. You feel yourself being a bit more sensitive right now. You need to pay attention to those triggers, because right now, what's going to start occurring is a lot of folks are going to start having revelations about inner child wounds that need to be healed, that they maybe were kind of pushing down, buried, or even potentially had memory blocks of. So the sun, that divine energy, it leads to a lot of revelation. The sun is in Cancer, and Cancer is again is ruled by the moon. That moon energy is all about the divine feminine. It's all about heavy emotion, potentially some chaos energy, right? Emotional chaos energy. But that sun energy is going to provide the balance in that. So this is not going to be like a rough healing period. This is going to be like a lot of like revelation, like, oh, wow, I didn't even know that that was something that bothered me. Let me work on that. Oh, wow, I didn't even know that this was a trigger for me. Let me assess that and analyze that. That's what this energy is going to be right now, family. So I need y'all to seriously be self-aware, be self-reflective, and just be open to transition, change, and healing during this time. Now, again, this is a beautiful time to manifest. This is a beautiful time to focus on gratitude energy. This is a beautiful time to give thanks for all the abundance and all the light that is coming into your life. And there will be a lot, because not only is the sun the ruler of Leo, but Venus is also in Leo. And Venus is our planet of romance, love, abundance, and beauty. So right now, with the sun being that ruler of Leo energy, you want to look at all of your Leo placements in your chart. So where are your Leo placements in your chart? That is where you will feel a lot of divine connection. That's where you'll feel kind of elevated right now. And then I also want you to look at your Cancer placements in your chart, because your Cancer placements may be your healing focus areas. Those may be the areas where you find yourself being a bit more emotionally and a bit more emotionally sensitive. You may find yourself being a bit more potentially emotionally in tuned. Okay, intuition is increased as a whole. But this is the time, this is how you want to tap into this energy and see where exactly in your life this energy may affect you. So look at your Cancer placements, because those may be the areas that you need to heal and you'll be working on. And then look at your Leo placements, because those are the areas that will highly flourish and be more abundant during this time. Again, a lot more romance energy, a lot more love energy, because the sun is the ruler of Leo and Venus is in Leo. Okay, so you want to be mindful of that as well. Now, I do have to give the forewarning, and I probably will do a whole separate video on this, but I do have to give the forewarning, y'all, that understand that Venus is going to go in retrograde, okay? And Venus will go in retrograde towards the end of the July, I believe July 22nd. But right now we are in the pre-shadow period of Venus retrograde. So that is just a lot of revelation energy. That's a lot more things being revealed as well as released. So again, this is not something that's going to be a negative thing on your life. But if you notice any like sensitivity in certain areas, in certain relationships, whether it's friends, family, lovers. If you notice certain sensitivities when it comes to like your skin and physical beauty, be mindful of your money at this time. That's all in alignment with that pre-shadow period of the Venus retrograde in Leo. Okay. So just be mindful of that. But this is still a good manifestation time. So if you want to manifest abundance in any area of your life, if you're trying to manifest better relationships in any area of your life, like I said, family, friends, anything, this is a great time for that still, because that sun energy is heavy right now. Now, let me see if I move through all the energy impact. I ain't even looked through my notes, y'all. I'm just up here talking to you. I should have checked my notes because I want to make sure I got everything. But just in case, let me read the notes verbatim. Clarified emotions by revealing the areas of your life where there may be emotional imbalance. So that will be done. You'll have more clarity of your emotions. Anywhere where you're struggling with emotional imbalance, there'll be more clarity. I touched on that. Desiring deep, intimate connections right now. Okay, so just be mindful of that. And that's really having to do with that Venus and Leo energy and that sun energy being so present and so heavy right now. Okay, connecting deeply with your higher self, your Ori, enhanced intuition, self-assurance, confidence confidence. Again, that's that summer solstice energy. Manifesting easily, I touched on that, and enhanced spiritual communication. Now, I want to identify some do's and don'ts, but first, let me touch on some hoodoo do's and don'ts before I talk about like life do's and don'ts. Let me tap into some hoodoo do's and don'ts, okay? And when I say hoodoo do's and don'ts, like hoodoo, root work, whatever you want to do, any type of spiritual work you want to do, this is really like universal stuff. This is not stuff that I will say is like how can I say, like closed practices. This is not closed practice stuff. Anybody can do the things that I'm about to identify. Okay. So during this time, again, high manifestation energy, a lot of we're getting a lot of emotional clarity, finding emotional balance. Okay. So because this is a good time for manifestation, you want to find yourself doing some easy candle magic. Okay. So easy candle magic would look like you have a white candle, you write down what you want to manifest, you put it under that white candle. Around that white candle, you can do what we call feed it, right? So you'll put various herbs that are aligned, and I'm going to give y'all some herbs later, but you can put various herbs that are aligned with your manifestation. You can put coins around that candle. Anything that you feel led to put around that candle, you put around there, okay? Light the candle and keep it lit for the next 3 days, okay? So that's some easy manifestation, easy candle magic you could do. Once the candle goes out after the 3 days, you can take the paper and release it into some water. You can bury the paper if you want to. You can utilize the paper and just put it on your altar or tuck it in a journal if you want to. Or you can do what I call, and what many people call, the gratitude jar, and put it in a gratitude jar. That's the second thing I advise that you do. Okay, everybody needs to start a gratitude jar right now, because anytime it's peak manifestation season, you want to just naturally live and dwell in gratitude. So in your gratitude jar, you could put a variety of herbs. You could put different offerings. And again, I'm going to give y'all some herbs later on. You could put crystals. I'm also going to give y'all some crystals later on. But you can put a variety of things, anything you feel led to, some coins, anything that you value, you could put in the gratitude jar. And every single day, you want to write down at least one thing that you are grateful for and put that in your gratitude jar. Okay. So your candle magic, your gratitude jar. Another thing that's good, and y'all could do this right now, because today is summer solstice, but you can do this over the next few days, okay? And it's really not a time limit. You can do this throughout the summer, but this is how I advise that you heavily use that sun energy that we're leaning towards right now, right? Do some crystal cleansing. So I advise that y'all put y'all crystals outside and purify your crystals. Purify all of your spiritual tools. So if you have like bells on your altar, if you have drums, any type of instruments, any type of tools, you have crystals, you have anything, put your stuff outside right now and let it be cleansed and let it be purified by the sun, and then bring it in before the sun goes down. Okay. And remember, we have longer days during this time. So check the sunset time in your area. Bring it in before the sun goes down, okay? But use this sun to be able to purify and cleanse. With that being stated, I also advise that you cleanse yourself. So practice some intentional sunbathing during this time. Another thing y'all can do, and I done lost count at this point, I think we're on number 4 or 5 or something like that. But another thing that y'all can do is you need to make you some Florida water or a good abundance floor wash. If you are in the wellness community, I have a Florida water recipe in the Patreon. You could just use the search bar and type in Florida water, or you, of course, utilize your own. Feel free to alter it and add and change things and stuff like that if you want to. But you need to make a Florida water or a floor wash. For the floor wash, I advise that y'all use my abundance ritual floor wash, okay? And use that floor wash, or depending on how you feel, you may need to do the dispelling one. So go to the dispelling video that I created or the abundance ritual video I created and have it and pull those floor washes out and make those floor washes. If you're in the wellness community, the notes from both of those videos are in the Patreon. So you could just type in dispelling or type in abundance in the Patreon and the notes will pop right up. But pull those floor wash recipes out, and or make you some Florida water. You need to set that outside in the sun so it can absorb some of that sun energy and bring it in before the sun goes down, and then utilize that in your home, okay? So make some Florida water or a floor wash. Put it out in the sun, and down south we call it sun tea. Okay, you need to make you a sun tea. And with that being stated, y'all could also make an actual sun tea where you'll put various herbs and things like that in some water, and you put it out there in the morning, and then you bring it in when the sun goes down, and then you could repeat the process again the next day depending on how dark you like your tea, okay? But this is how you really want to utilize and absorb all of this sun energy. Okay, this is how you want to utilize all of this sun energy. Now, the thing I am going to say right now, somebody said that they're not getting any sun. That's okay. If you're not, if the sun is not out and blooming where you are, that is fine. The energy is still present, just like the moon. Okay, just like the moon, the energy is still present. Now, I think I got everything: the candle magic, the floor wash, the Florida water, the crystal cleansing, you cleansing yourself. Make sure that you are sunbathing, you going outside in the sun and purifying your body. Oh, waking up in the morning and greeting the sun. Y'all need to start doing some sun salutations during this time. So sun salutations is a beautiful form of yoga. It's a yoga practice, so you can just type in sun salutation yoga on YouTube and something shall pop up. Okay, so utilize that, do some sun salutations, or you can create your own sun salutations. But literally, it's just how you wake up in the morning and you greet and salute the sun. Okay, so I advise that y'all do that during this time. And again, wellness community, all of this is going to be in the notes in the Patreon. Okay. Now, do's and don'ts. And I'm sorry, y'all, I'm moving really, really quickly, but it's because I got consultations at 2 and I need to eat something before consultations because those go all the way into the evening. Okay, so I'm trying to make sure I get everything in. Okay, now do's and don'ts. I think I kind of touched on most of this when I was just talking about, like the rituals and stuff. The first do, create a ritual centered around honoring the sun energy. And the examples I gave was sun salutation yoga, sun bathing and cleansing, meditation in the sun. The second do, work on opening and balancing your chakras. This is very important during this time, right? So I need y'all to really focus on opening and balancing your chakras. I have a whole video on chakras, how to know whether or not your chakras are blocked, balanced, or overactive, So I have a whole video on that already. But I also don't just watch my video. I want y'all to also watch some Kundalini chakra videos. I also want y'all to watch some Kundalini awakening videos. In the Patreon, I put a couple of links to some of my favorite videos already on Kundalini chakras and Kundalini awakening and things like that. So I want y'all to really research that, but really focus on opening and balancing your chakras. Later on, I'm going to give y'all some herbs that are utilized to open and balance each and every chakra. So you're going to get some herbs on that later on. Okay, family. Now, the next one, I talked about this already as well. Practice some candle magic for manifestation. If possible, light your candle during the day. If possible, light your candle during the day. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Okay, so if possible, light your candles during the day. But if not, that's okay. Just practice some candle magic during this time. And I have a tutorial on my YouTube as well called Easy Candle Magic. So you could just type in the Queen Poe Easy Candle Magic and it should pop up. And it's like a 1-minute video. It's very, very quick. Okay, so do that. The next one, I talked about that as well. Make some Florida water and abundance or dispelling floor wash. Recipes for both are in the Patreon. Okay. Do not ignore signs of inner child need. When feeling stuck, unfulfilled, or simply seeking clarity, check in with the needs of your inner child. I'm going to say that again. Do not ignore the signs of inner child need. When you are feeling stuck, unfulfilled, or simply seeking clarity, check in with the needs of your own inner child, because this is going to be the perfect time to work on inner child healing. Okay, this is going to be the perfect time for that. Now, crystals. Okay, good crystals to use during this time. Sunstone for joy and clarity. Sunstone for joy and clarity. Citrine for success, and citrine is also a chakra opener. So citrine for success, and it's also a chakra opener. Tiger's Eye for balance, confidence, and intuition. Tiger's Eye for balance, confidence, and intuition. Carnelian, enhanced energy and clarity. Carnelian, enhanced energy and clarity. Golden Topaz, revelation, forgiveness, and overall wellness. Golden Topaz, revelation, forgiveness, and overall wellness. Okay. Now let's get into some herbs. Now for these herbs, y'all, again, I'm going to tell you the chakra that each of these herbs is good for. And then I'm also going to tell you various other reasons why they are good. Now, just keep in mind with the crystals, as I said, y'all want to use the sun right now to cleanse and purify your crystals. And then you can infuse them with the intention that you desire. And you can do that in a multitude of ways. You can pray over them. You can hold them and do whatever your special crystal, crystal ceremony is in order to set your intentions. But but you can also put them out in the moon. So check the placement of the moon whenever you put them out, and the sign that the moon is in whenever you put them out. The moon transitions, okay? So you need to check the placement of the moon, and check also the sign. So the placement of the sign, but as well as like the place, like the phase of the moon, and make sure that your intention is aligned with that phase and the sign at that time, okay? But that's how you can put your intentions into your crystals. So cleanse them in the sun and then reset them with your intentions, okay? But also, for these herbs, I advise that you can make a floor wash, you can make a tea, you can make a spiritual bath. You can smudge with them, you can do a variety of things. But for these specific herbs, I personally would make a tea or a bath. That's what I would personally do with these particular herbs that I'm about to give. Okay. The first herb, rose hip. Rose hip attracts good energy, creativity, and it's good for hormonal balance, which is going to be important during this time because you have that sun in Cancer. That Cancer energy is heavy, and again, Cancer is ruled by the moon, which is also our emotion body. So we need things for emotional balance as well as hormonal balance during this time. Okay, so rose hip attracts good energy, creativity, and hormonal balance. If you know anything about chakras, you know that's our sacral chakra area. Okay, so that covers the sacral. The next herb, garlic. Garlic is going to be good for protection for all beings. But if you have children, I want you to get blueberry. Blueberry is good for protection for children. A lot of folks don't know that, but that's good use of blueberry is for protection of children. Now you could put them in a spiritual bath with it. So if you got young babies, you put some blueberries in the bath with the babies. Okay, you can eat a lot of blueberries during this time, especially if you have young kids. But that's good for protection for babies. So garlic for everybody, but blueberries specifically for babies, okay, for young kids, okay? Now, again, it's for protection as well as ease in communication. And both of them, garlic and blueberry, protection and ease in communication. And that's, of course, is for the throat chakra, okay? Technically throat and crown, okay? The next herb that we're going to utilize is good old-fashioned oak. And with oak, I'm going to tell you a few things you could do with oak, right? So, of course, you can get some oak, and, if you get the powdered ground down form, you can make a spiritual bath out of it. You could do a variety of things, but I advise that you smudge with the oak, okay? Oak has a very nice scent. It's strong, but it has a nice scent when you smudge with it. Now, oak is good for physical and emotional stability and balance. It's good for the root and solar plexus opener. It's a root and solar plexus opener. Okay, so get you some oak. The fourth herb, okay, I'm going to give you two options for this fourth one. You can use hibiscus, which is one of my favorites, or cardamom, which is another favorite of mine. Hibiscus or cardamom. Now, hibiscus, yes, I'll save this live, Ladybug. Hibiscus and cardamom are both good for intuition, love, abundance, and beauty, all in that Venus and Leo energy, okay? Intuition, love, abundance, and beauty. It's good for the third eye and the sacral chakra, okay? Third eye and sacral. Okay, hibiscus or cardamom. And then the fifth one I'm going to tell you is elm. Okay, and yes, you could get slippery elm. Okay, elm is good for increased intuition as well as libido, sex drive. Okay, and that's good for the crown, heart, and sacral chakra. Okay, so elm, increased energy and libido. It's good for the crown, heart, and sacral chakra. And those are very good for opening up those chakras, okay? So those are some good herbs you can utilize during this time, family. Okay. Now, overall, with this summer solstice energy, it's really going to be about you remaining open to opportunity, open to abundance, open to change and shifting. Okay, there's a lot of changes and shifts right now. So you need to be open, just be open and feel free. Kind of try to relax yourself during this time. When I say relax yourself, I mean there still may be a lot going on in your life, but you have to learn how to, in a sense, be peace in the midst of chaos. I always say be peace in the midst of chaos. We can't allow our peace to be dependent on our external environment. Your peace has to be an internal thing. Your joy has to be an internal thing. Your light has to be an internal thing. And it can't be dependent on your external environment. So right now, I'm telling you, a lot of things are still going to be, Things are going to be very active because this is a high energy time. That's what summer solstice is. It's increased energy for everybody and for everything. So things are growing, things are moving, things are changing, things are shifting, which is great. But also you have to know how to be peace and be calm in the midst of that. So I also advise that you guys do whatever it is that you do to remain calm and remain well. Whether if it's that's taking your herbs, ashwagandha, kava kava, various other herbs, you can do your lavender, do various things. Okay. So whether if it's that or doing your breath work, your meditation, your yoga, whatever you do to kind of ground yourself and to channel your peace, you really need to tap into that during this time. Okay. So again, strive to be peace in the midst of chaos, okay? And just really enjoy yourself, enjoy your moment. Yeah, somebody mentioned okay, hey Shay mentioned The Greatest Secret. That was our book for the wellness community last month. Hey, that was our book for the wellness community last month. And the thing about The Greatest Secret is they talk about awareness. That's the greatest secret. It's all about awareness, living in the here and now, and really strive to do that during this time. So once you do your manifestation work, be mindful of your tongue during this time, because what you say will be. So once you do your manifestation work, release it, detach from the outcome, and just live in the here and now and enjoy yourself. Okay. I love y'all, family. I will see y'all soon. I got 12 minutes before consultations. Okay. So I'm trying to eat me something and be ready at 2:00. Okay. I love y'all. Happy summer solstice. Again, y'all have time. This is going to be the longest day of the year, the longest day and shortest night. Okay. So enjoy yourself. And if you don't have time to do, because I know somebody gonna ask, well, what if I didn't do it? What if I didn't do it? If you don't have time to do what you need to do today, you can do it anytime for the rest of this week. Okay. So really over the next 3 days, family, 3 to 4 days, you can utilize any of these practices. But I also advise that you practice these things throughout the entire summer, because that's what the summer is, right? The summer is us being closer and more connected to the sun. Okay. So utilize this energy anytime. Okay, family. I love y'all. I will see y'all soon. Much peace and much light. And y'all have a good day. Say bye to the people, Diddy. Say bye. Diddy ain't in the mood. He just woke up from a nap. Okay. I love y'all, family. Much peace, y'all.